Hi, my name is Fabiola. I'm 17 years old. I'm from Cochabamba, Bolivia, a country in the center of South America. I was 16 when I moved to Toronto. I remember perfectly the day when my mother told us we were going to travel to Canada. At that time, I was excited and ready to leave everything and go. But the visa never came. Months passed and I lost hope that we were ever going to be accepted into Canada. So I mentally gave up and continued my life in Bolivia. I was ready to start my junior year in high school, and finally I found a group of people who I could call my friends. The school system in Bolivia is very different to the one in Canada. In Bolivia, I had to take classes with the same classmates, from the first year of school to the last. Unless you change your school, of course. In Canada, you take alternative classes with different classmates and different teachers. This enables a process by which you either become very social or very introverted. One day, my parents got the news that the visa had arrived, and this meant we will go to Canada. Well, no! I then discovered I didn't want to go, because it meant I will go to another country, leaving everything when I finally had everything I wanted in Bolivia. Traveling meant leaving my sister. She's studying medicine, and could not leave everything to come with us to Canada. I could not do anything, so I just mentally prepared myself for all the challenges that I will have to face. I stopped going to school in Bolivia the last month before traveling, because there was no point to keep going. I said goodbye to my friends, which was really sad. When I arrived in Toronto with my family, we were housed in a hotel, where we lived for a month. From there, we moved to an apartment, where we had a little more comfort. However, I was still depressed. My mother told us we had to start studying to prepare for school. I did not listen. I just wanted to rest, sleep, and eat. 1 week before school started, my mother enrolled my brother and me in a workshop for newcomers at the school we were going to study. At first, I thought it was going to be amazing, that I could finally make friends, but I was wrong. My English was very weak, and also remember how shy I was. It took me a long time to find people who became close friends as I developed in the last year in Bolivia. Why would I think it could be different in Canada? The little confidence I had in myself has vanished, and while my brother isn't having any problems making new friends, I just get to know a few people. People who prefer to speak with others who can speak their first language rather than struggle to understand me. The workshop finished, and days later, classes began. I realized I shared several subjects with a girl I met in the workshop. The people who initially didn't want to talk with me because they prefer others who spoke their first language have become good friends. Months pass and my English is improving. I am more confident. I have teachers who are very understanding. For example, my math teacher always approached me to ask if I understand or if I had a problem with something. Because of this, I'm not afraid to ask questions when I do not understand. The first semester at school, I had to do ESLC. This was a beginner's level of English. I was not worried because I thought that was my level of English, until I realized we were not doing anything in class. I thought I was just wasting my time. Once the semester was done, I was placed at a higher level of ESL. I thought it was going to be boring and I'm not going to learn anything, but I was wrong. I was totally wrong. The new teacher seems to be better prepared. And it's like all the time we lost in the first semester is being recovered all of a sudden in a lightning speed. I have to admit that the second semester is very difficult, and sometimes I do not understand what the teacher says. As I mentioned before, I have different subjects with different teachers. Some seem to have a lot of patience. This makes me feel quite comfortable to ask questions. I do not know what I'll do if I fail off my subjects, but I will give my best and study like crazy to achieve my day-to-day goals.